Once again, family, R&M, RBG TV, it's your brother in Google. Now you see R&M. And we back. And we just got finished discussing a few key points on the RBG Code of Conduct. Talking directly to our brothers of today in relation to our sisters, right? Now, personal, I want not necessarily personal because it really didn't have anything to do with me per se. I'm not in this equation, but I did have something to say about it. Of course, you already know. Once again, in the mystery world of Facebook. But the reason why I keep referring to Facebook, because at the end of the day, Facebook is a reflection of what's going on outside in our realities today. We type what's in our minds. We speak what's on our minds. We walk what's on our minds. Again, you know the equation. What you think, you speak, you walk. Look what's going on outside today. Look what's going on the internet today. It's one and the same. And our brothers today have lost their ever-loving mind when it comes to dealing with today's system. We have just recently learned, for those who keep up with R&M RBG TV and as well as my Facebook account, we have just recently learned from today's mail that for a young son to learn how to deal with a woman, forgive my language, sisters, is referred to as bitch shit, pussy shit even. Again, forgive my language, but this is the language that's being used. For a man, a black man, to defend, protect, respect even a sister is not the thing to do. It's not the way to go. They have to quote unquote earn and basically beg the respect of today's black man, whose ego again is damaged for various reasons. Right? Today's black man is quick, with no hesitation, to find the smallest, if any, flaw within the sisters and exploit that, magnify that to the biggest realm of existence, and want to put all sisters up and include that within that realm, right? Now, mind you, this is not a criticism of a constructive criticism where we're identifying certain things to work on. No, these are simply just rants, emotional tangents, etc., etc., etc. Again, coming from today's man. Who is watching this? This is the key thing that needs to be learned. Who's watching this shit? The young sons of tomorrow. They're learning from things that's happening right now. They're learning, again, not to deal with the sisters respectfully, not to deal with them on any type of level of dignity. That's exactly what it is. You're being taught not to deal with sisters on any type of dignified level at all. You have fallen into the trap, nonetheless, what media has set before you, whether it's lived out or not. The media says one thing about the sisters, and you fall for it time and time again, and you run with it. Instead of being a man, being a defense, and saying, you know what? Whether it's right or wrong, we're going to hold the line. And if it is wrong, we're going to clean it up. We're not going to exploit it. We're not going to magnify it and blow it up and do exactly what the media wants it to be done, which is the continuation and the degradation of our sisters coming from our very own black men. This is what these people want, and you're doing exactly what the hell they want. And then they have the nerve to talk about white supremacy and the hells that they do and this, that, and the third. How can you talk about that bidding which you are doing? That makes no sense. If you're going to talk about white supremacy, then take a stand as a black man. You understand? Because at the end of the day, right or wrong, the black woman depends on the black man, period, point blank. And the more you run away from your responsibility as a black man, the more it's going to get worse for us as black people. Because again, our defense is down. Our defense is down. Black men are not doing their job, especially when it comes to relating to their sisters. Not by far. You're not doing your job. Only thing you want to do is run up in them physically. Have sex, keep it moving. Now here's another thing. Follow me if you will. Since when, in the realm of trying to recreate ourselves, dealing with this black nationalism thing, black power thing, right? Black advancement thing. Since when did sisters having children, being single parents and things on that nature, since when was that a red flag for as far as establishing us as a nation? Since when do sisters having children become a problem that needs to be disregarded? Again, these are coming from black men of today. Now again, no matter what you want to say about the situation, about the sisters, life is life. These children deserve a chance to live, and they deserve to be protected and provided for, period, point blank. So does these sisters. Now, there's no a time limit as far as I'm concerned, as far as getting your shit together. The only time limit that you have is when your life expires physically. That's it. Until then, you bang on out, and you still have a chance to get your shit together as a black man, woman, and child. You got brothers today literally talking about these women, these sisters out here with these children and not having no man or whores. These are bastard children, etc., 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 etc. You know the language. You hear it yourselves, family. I can't make this stuff up. But again, we want to talk about this black power thing. So again, if you want to get rid of the sisters who happen to have children from previous situations or relationships, and whether it worked out or it didn't, whatever the case may be, you want to disregard the sister. Ultimately, you're disregarding the children. What nation are you talking about building, black man? What? Now, these are just more reasons why the black woman of today feels she cannot depend on you. Period. This is why you will continue to cry and cry and cry about her running to the system time and time again. Because your black ass are not coming to her defense. You're not trying to rectify the situation. You're just making it worse, black man. But then you want to talk about what we need to do. What we need to do is clean up self. Period, point blank. The black man needs to take his ass to the mirror in the bathroom, wherever he's at, look himself in the eye and say, yo, am I really holding the line the way I'm typing? Am I really holding the line the way I'm talking to people, the way I, you know what I'm saying? On these blog talks and these other videos and things like that. Am I really holding the line? Am I anywhere near that young brother, Zabion Dobson, who was 15 years old? And I'm talking to these grown ass men out here, 30s and 40s and 50 years old out here, riding down on the sisters. Am I anywhere near that youngster who sacrificed his own life so that 3 young sisters could live on? Not by far. You are today's black man is the type of male that will sacrifice the sisters so he can live on. What defense is that, man? What defense is that? Real talk. What defense is that, man? It's not a defense. It's an open door for outside offensive moves. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. How the hell you gonna talk nationhood, but you want to disregard the sisters? You want to shit on the sisters, etc., etc., etc. Again, which ultimately is going to shit on the child. Because again, you are the same ones that's running around calling these children bastard children. So ultimately, you're disregarding the woman, you're disregarding the child at the same time. So again, like I said a minute ago, what nation are you talking about building, black man? Are your feelings and emotions from a past relationship that damaged to the point where you want to, again, label all based off your one personal relationship that happened long time ago? Or again, are you willing to step up to the plate? Are you that emotional? This is why when people say things have changed place, think the natural order of things have shifted. Today's man is emotional as all hell, yo. He is emotional when it comes to the sisters because he feels like he's in a competition with his sister. There's no competition. You have a lane, she has a lane. She got a job, you got a job. You can't do what she does. She can't do what you do. So why do you feel that you have to place yourself in a competition against her? Why do you feel that she has to place herself in a competition against you? These are the different things that we have to work on before we can talk about nationalism, before we can talk about nationhood. We have to work on securing our families and even helping and assisting those who happen to be in a quote-unquote broken family scenario. Who the hell cares if a sister has children but quote-unquote no man is physically present at that point in time? This is when you step up to the plate as a black man. You have the ability to become not saying that you have to take on fatherly responsibilities, but you can be that male role model in that child's life. What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with y'all out here, man? Real talk. Real talk. And then y'all got the nerve to wonder why these youth today don't got time to hear anything that y'all have to say to them. Again, the nation is only a reflection of its woman and how the woman is protected. What she puts out into the atmosphere, what she receives from the atmosphere, and her defense, and this, that, and the third, is going to reflect in her legacy, which is the children, ultimately the nation itself. So you have to care for her. You have to make sure she's secured for it. Whether you are directly doing it or you're setting up some sort of program or mechanism, some type of structure that can make sure these sisters are taken care of. We got to make sure housing is on point. We got to make sure the food is on point. We got to make sure shit is on point, man. Period. Again, because if not, you will sit here time and time again crying and crying and crying about how much they run to the system. can't cry about what you ain't trying to justify, what you ain't trying to clean up, man. Because at the end of the day, all you're going to do is add to the problem. All you're going to do is add to the scenario, make it worse. So what we need to do, and mind you, this is not all brothers that I'm talking about. This is just a select few. Well, I can't say it's a select few. It's a large number. But this is not all of them, nonetheless. But those who I know I'm talking to, you know who I'm talking to. And get your shit together, man. We got to hold the line, man. Because at the end of the day, when a woman sees that she has a defense system, her might will come alive once again. Will make you work harder and harder as a defense to tame, and not tame, but to secure that might. Her might is based off of your defense. Your defense is based off of her might. You need one of each other, man. Each one teach one, man. You need her, she needs you. So this whole gender war shit, like I've said before, time and time again, has to come to a screeching halt, man. At the end of the day, the main ones that get affected the most, it's not you, black man. It's not you, black woman. It's these black children. Again, which is our legacy. So if they are damaged and they are hurt, your nation's hurt. It's just that simple. We need stronger examples of what a defense system is. Period, man. And we need an example. Also, we need to start seeing examples of what happens when you violate that defense system, or that defense system is not running efficiently. Shit gotta be happening, man. Shit gotta happen. Some sort of checking system has to take place. Something. Examples have to be made. You don't want to hold the line as a black man? Fine. You gotta get dealt with. Until you get your shit together, you gotta get dealt with. Because at the end of the day, we always want to talk about war, but at the end of the day, you ain't gonna be able to live to fight the war if you kill yourself from within. And right now, we're hurting ourselves from within, man. And folks really need to realize that and wake the hell up. Black man, man up. Man up. Your people are dependent on you. Do you give a shit? Or are your emotions from, again, a personal experience that bad, that strong, where now it's just like, these women are on their own. I ain't got time for them. I really want y'all to think about this stuff, man, because it's really disgusting, man. The attitude of today's black man dealing with today's sister is really disgusting. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing even. So I'm going to need y'all to get it together. Questions, comments, concerns, please, by all means, get at me. Let's talk, because this is serious. Like I said, man, you get what you give. That's pretty much what it is. You want to talk about the sisters, but what are you giving? What are you providing? You can't talk about what you're not receiving if you're not putting up anything on the table. And right now, brothers ain't putting up nothing. As a collective, the brothers are not putting forth a good effort, not a good enough effort, and it's reflecting. It shows day to day, and the conversations that we hear, and the activities that we see day to day. It shows. So, black man, man up, man up. But in the meantime, between time, it's your brother in Google. Now you see R&M. You've been watching R&M RBG TV. Think, family, because again, what you think, you're going to speak. What you speak, you're going to live. Look at the actions that's being taken place. Listen to the speech that's being said. So ultimately, it all originates within the thought. What are your thoughts on, family? As a black man, when you think about the sisters, what are you thinking of? What are your thoughts on? Are they pure? Are they corrupted? Is it pure or is it manipulated? Only you know the answer to that question, man. And the answers will be understood when the actions start switching up. But in the meantime, between time, keep it locked, keep it G, man. It's R&M RBG TV. Your brother in Google, now you see R&M. Telling the brothers out there, get your shit together. That is ultimately the summary of my words of today. Get your shit together.